Hey everybody, John Michael Bailey Injury Lawyers. Today in this video, we're going to be talking about knee injuries, what they are, how they affect you today, and how they can affect you for the rest of your life. And most important, what the adjuster doesn't want you to know. A lot to learn. Stick around. Here we go. Hey everybody, it's John Michael Bailey Injury Lawyers. I've been a personal injury attorney for 45 years. I am an attorney, but I'm not your attorney unless you choose to hire us to look at your case. Now, let's talk about that. We would love to look at your case because we love helping people. And if you want to contact us and have us look at your case, you can follow these links right here. They'll take you straight to the website, and we'll be happy to take a look at your case and tell you whether or not we think we can help you. Or even just answer any questions that you might have. Now, I am a lawyer. I'm not your lawyer unless you do hire us, okay? And today we're going to be talking about knee injuries. And this is from this book right here, Invisible Wounds. And it's also taken from this book right here. Now, this is an ebook, and you can go right now and download it and follow along if you want. And if you want to download the ebook, just follow this link right here. It'll take you to the website, you download it. This right here, this book that I wrote, I've literally written the book on injuries, is available on Amazon, but don't go buy it. It's odd that people would tell you not to go buy something, but that's what I'm telling you, because our very next series of videos is going to be chapter by chapter in this book. You don't have to buy it. I'm going to tell you everything in it. So today we're going to be talking about knee injuries and what you need to know about knee injuries and how to identify them, and know that you've been hurt in the accident so the insurance adjuster will not cheat you out of what you rightfully deserve for the injuries that have been caused to you through no fault of your own. Are we ready? Let's get started. Let's start right here by showing you the knee. Now, this is your knee. I'm going to go through it side by side and kind of show you. This right here is a front view of your knee. So what you have, this little thing right here that is encased in this tendon right here, this little bitty bone right there, that is called your patella. That's actually your kneecap. And when your knee operates as it should, and your knee bends like this, you'll see that the patella, your kneecap, comes into this cavity right here. This is how God designed us and God designed our bodies to work. This is what a properly operating knee looks like. And when you're fully going like this, you can see it goes where it's supposed to go. When you suffer an injury in a car wreck, there's a lot of things that can happen. If you're a driver or a passenger in the front seat, a lot of times you're sitting just like this. Let me kind of rotate this around so you can see from the side view. This is what it looks like from the side. And you'll see there's ligaments and tendons right here, okay? You see this great big tendon and ligament right here. And then here on the other side, I'll turn it around so you can see this better. It goes like this, and you can see it's all designed by the good Lord to be able to shield the knee. Well, when the good Lord designed us, we didn't have automobiles and there weren't automobile accidents. So when you're in an accident and you're in an automobile accident, it's very, very common if you're the driver or a front seat passenger for your knee to go up and hit the bottom of the dashboard. Okay. And when that happens, things can go wrong. So in a frontal collision, front seat passenger or even a back seat passenger, you can hit the frame of the seat in front of you. Okay. And that can cause a lot of problems along here. Usually derangement of the patella, which means it knocks your kneecap out of place. Very, very painful. And as you can see, it interferes with the operation of the knee. Now, there's other things that can happen here too. And well, let me talk about a slip, trip, and fall case. There's really only two ways that you can slip, trip, and fall. Well, three, I guess, if you stop and think about it. You can go forward, you can go backwards, or you could go sideways, okay? You can't go up, so those are the only ways that you can go. And each one of them can cause trauma to your knee. Let me explain. So just imagine that you're in a store and there's water coming from a cooler and you slip and you fall forward. There's two places you're going to land. You're going to land right here, which is why wrist injuries are so common in slip, trip, and fall cases. You're also going to land just like this on your patella. Again, that causes what they call patella derangement. I call it a broken kneecap. There's really no surgery that they can go in unless they have to replace your kneecap, and that is very serious surgery. But I want you to look at things. In other videos, I've talked about how our ligaments and our tendons are the levers that either push or pull our body to get them to do the things that God intended them to do. So let's look at the knee itself. So you've got your ligaments here, and you've got your ligaments here. There's also in the knee itself here, there is also another ligament. Now, these have different names. In the book, it goes through and explains which ligament is what. There's an anterior cruciate ligament. There's a meniscus. There's a posterior ligament. There's all these different kinds of ligaments. I encourage you to download the book. It'll show you very, very well what it is. When these stretch or get hurt, ligaments, I've talked about this before in the video on ligament laxity, they never, ever, ever go back to where they should. They stay stretched. And so when that happens, is your knee solid? No, your knee wobbles. When that happens, it makes it very painful and difficult to walk. This may or may not ever heal. If it's been stretched too far, it won't go back. And you will always have what they call a trick knee. That's what we used to call them, a trick knee or a bum knee. A lot of times, for those of us who've played athletics, we'll have knee injuries in high school, middle school, diving for a grounder from second base, trying to block a much bigger fella who's coming through the line, determined to take your quarterback's head off. All of these things can cause trauma to your knees. And when you get older, trust me, you feel them. So, but the same thing can happen in trauma. And the adjuster will always tell you you're not hurt as badly as you, first of all, you're not hurt. Second, you're not hurt as badly as you think. Or third, I'm sorry you're hurt, but we didn't do that and we're not paying you for it. So I want you to understand that when you suffer trauma, you need to talk to somebody who's trauma trained. The adjuster will tell you, well, go see your family doctor. You know why the adjuster wants you to go see the family doctor? Because they're not trained in trauma. Do you know why the adjuster will tell you don't go see a lawyer? Because he knows if you go see a lawyer, you're going to get more money for your injuries than if you don't. So my firm, John Michael Bailey Injury Lawyers, we're trained in trauma. We use this book right here. I wrote this book to train my staff on how to recognize and understand trauma, to understand the mechanism of the injury so that we can understand the mechanism of the trauma, so that we can understand the mechanism of the injury, and we can look for the hidden injuries. These knee injuries, if you don't, let me tell you the secret to making sure that you don't get taken advantage of is, number one, you have to know that you were hurt. And you're not trauma trained. And unless you talk to somebody who's trauma trained, you may not ever know that the injury that you're suffering from is a result of the trauma. Second, and more important, you have to get treated for it. And you have to relate the fact that you were injured in this trauma to the accident that caused you to suffer these injuries. Third, this is important as well, you have to actually get treated. If you don't know that you were injured, you don't go to the doctor, you don't relate the injury to the accident, and you don't get treatment, the insurance company is going to say, as they say in every injury case, if you were hurt, you were going to go to the doctor. And fourth, you need to have somebody who understands the trauma, understands that you've been hurt, and this may last a lifetime, and who is not afraid to stand up and fight for you to get you every dollar that justice demands that you get. And if you've got a lifetime injury, you're going to require a lifetime of treatment. So these are knee injuries. They're very, very common in automobile accidents, slip, trip, and fall accidents. This is how your knee is supposed to work. And if it doesn't work that way after you've suffered trauma through an accident or a slip, trip, and fall, you need to be aware that this is a very serious injury that can come back and affect you for the rest of your life. So that's what I've got to say about knee injuries today. I just want you to be aware of them. I want you to know that they are serious. And I want to encourage you to take care of yourself and make sure that you get what you deserve as a result of the injuries that you have suffered. So let me close by saying, here at John Michael Bailey Injury Lawyers, we would love to look at your case. We love helping people. We are open 24/7, 365. We never close. We have a motto here: if you're hurting, we're working. So pick up the phone and call us anytime that you want to talk to us about a case or have questions. You can call us any time of the day or night, 888-WE-FIGHT. In fact, our motto on how we handle cases is right there in the phone number, 888-WE-FIGHT. And we will immediately jump in, get all the evidence of how you suffered the trauma. And then once we understand how you suffered the trauma, we can look for the hidden injuries that you may not associate with the trauma that you went through. Very, very important. So we'd love to talk to you. We hope you'll call. You don't have to call us, but do talk to somebody who's trauma trained. The insurance adjuster is going to do everything he can to make you settle your claim for pennies and peanuts when you need real dollars for your real injury. We know our clients are hurt. We believe them. We don't put up with the insurance adjuster's nonsense, and we make them accept responsibility for what they are responsible for. And we take care of our clients, and we make sure this is our chosen profession, and it's our calling, and we are dedicated to doing it. We make sure our clients get the justice that they deserve. If this sounds like something you could use, we'd love to hear from you. Again, 888-WE-FIGHT. If you want to email us, you can email us at this link. If you want to go to our website and begin the process of getting us to look at your case, you would go to this link. And I guess I'm going to close by saying thanks so much for your time and attention. I appreciate you listening. And close by saying, if you can hear my voice, I wish you peace and joy. And I hope to talk to everybody real soon. 888-WE-FIGHT.